While the knowledge of the game, skills, and strategizing are critical, certain player positions require a certain weight. The weight of those players can actually make or break the game, and the average NFL player's weight is 250 pounds, but some players exceed 300 pounds. Today, we'll list the top 10 heaviest NFL players for you guys. The weights of players listed below aren't always their current weights, but their highest weights recorded while playing. Number 10, John Jenkins at 359 pounds. Jenkins is the football nose tackle for the Miami Dolphins of the NFL. He played college football at Georgia and was first drafted by the New Orleans Saints in NFL Draft 2013's third round. Apart from the Saints, Jenkins has played for the Seattle Seahawks, New York Giants, and the Chicago Bears. Jenkins signed with the Miami Dolphins for the third year and will play the 2022 season with them. At 359 pounds, Jenkins is one of the NFL's heaviest players, securing his position in the top 10 of this list. Number 9, Robert Griffin at 361 pounds. Before you proceed, let us inform you that this isn't the quarterback who won the Heisman Award. That's RG3. Robert Griffin is an offensive lineman who started his NFL career way back in 2012 to play for the New York Jets. He was drafted in the 6th round of the 2012 draft, but never made it to the Jets' regular season roster. Now, there's a chance you've never heard that name before, and that's mainly because of Griffin's extremely short career. After playing for the Jets, this player left to join the Indianapolis Colts, but the team cut him in August 2013, which was the end of his NFL career. While Griffin hasn't played NFL since then, he's been involved with other leagues, such as Champion Indoor Football League, and is keeping his passion alive in one way or another, and fully respect him for that. And at 361 pounds, Griffin still maintains the position of the 9th most heavy player in the NFL to date. Number 8, Mekhi Becton at 364 pounds. We've all heard of Becton from the University of Louisville. Dominating since his rookie season, Becton was the New York Jets' 11th overall pick at last year's NFL draft. Apart from his physical strength, this guy also has excellent speed. He began his professional football career with 13 games and has sprinted a mind-blowing 5'10", 40-yard shot. Did you know that's 0.16 seconds shorter than Tom Brady? Wow! For a player of his weight, such speed is just excellent. Well done, Becton. At 364 pounds, Becton takes his place as one of the top heaviest players in the NFL. Number 7, TJ Barnes at 364 pounds. This monster from Georgia Tech wasn't an NFL draft pick for any team, but he's still played as a free agent for 5 different teams over his career of 7 years, from 2013 to 2019. The defensive tackle has played games for most teams in the NFL, including the likes of the Buffalo Bills, New York Jets, Carolina Panthers, and New York Guardians, among others. For his game with the Buffalo Bills in 2015, he had 9 tackles from 21 matches. Now, that's quite impressive. At 364 pounds, Barnes is one of the heaviest in the game, taking 7th place on our list. Number 6, Michael Jasper at 375 pounds. This defensive tackle weighed 450 pounds when he played at Bethel University. The player dropped his weight to 375 pounds as he was picked up by the Buffalo Bills in the NFL's 2011 draft, 7th round. Unfortunately for him, the big man hasn't played a regular season game for the NFL yet, but he takes pride in coaching Bethel University's football team since 2019. He's preparing the next generation of NFL, and we think that's really cool. Good going, Jasper. Who knows? He could be an NFL coach too one day. At 375 pounds, Jasper has stood his ground as the 6th heaviest player on our list. Number 5, Trent Brown at 380 pounds. Trent Brown is the New England Patriots offensive tackle after the March trade exchange and is one of the most famous players on this list. If you haven't seen him play, do you even watch the NFL? Brown had played college football for Georgia Military College and the University of Florida. Safe to say, this young giant had an impressive portfolio before entering the professional field. The young player was drafted by the San Francisco 49ers in the 2015 NFL Draft's 7th round. This giant's weight is quite impressive compared to the current common ground. He spent most of his career with the LA Raiders and 49ers. Brown was the 7th round pick for the 2015 NFL Draft and has always played his best. He was also featured on the Pro Bowl roster while playing for Oakland in 2019. As one of the few current players on this list, at 380 pounds in 2021, Brown's one of the heaviest NFL players these days. Number 4, William Perry at 382 pounds. More commonly known as the refrigerator, this guy's perhaps the most famous heavy player in the NFL. He was a solid defensive lineman in 1985. Perry studied at Clemson University and was the 22nd pick in the NFL drafts in 1985. Just in his rookie year, the refrigerator had played 9 regular season games and also began 3 postseason games, and he's been a fan favorite since then. Some of you younger fans today might not know him much, but Perry has had many memorable moments on the field. He delivered the title for Chicago when he caught the ball at the finish line, brought himself to the end zone, and earned nationwide praise. Perry won the Bears their Super Bowl title and a high regular season record. He was the best of the best. Well, he's no longer playing. At 382 pounds, the Fridge is one of the heaviest players who ever scored a touchdown for an NFL game. Number 3, Bryant McKinnie at 386 pounds. This heavy player won the national championship for the University of Miami, and that win landed him a place with the Minnesota Vikings as the 7th overall draft pick in 2002. The giant lineman has played a whopping number of 162 games throughout his long career. McKinnie made it to 3 Pro Bowl ranks while playing for the Vikings in 2009. So impressive. Well, his NFL career concluded in 2013. At 386 pounds, McKinnie remains one of the heaviest players in the NFL. Number 2, Nate Newton at 401 pounds. This player played for the offensive line on the Dallas Cowboys in the 1990s. You know, the same offensive line that's called the best defensive units of all time. Newton, also referred to as the Kitchen, has contributed to 3 Super Bowl titles for the Cowboys. Apart from that, he's also won numerous individual titles for the team, such as 2 first-team All-Pro selections and 6 Pro Bowls. Our guy has had some legal troubles, but he's always looking for ways to set the record straight. At a maximum mass of 401 pounds, Newton's one of the NFL's topmost heaviest players. Before we go to our number 1, we've picked out a few special mentions for you guys. First, we have Albert George Haynesworth III at 350 pounds. Better known as Haynesworth III, this former defensive tackle played in the NFL for 10 seasons. Before starting his NFL career, he played college football for the University of Tennessee. Haynesworth was a first-round draft for the Tennessee Titans in the 2002 NFL Draft, and he played with the Titans for most of his career. At 350 pounds, we think this heavy player deserves a spot on this list, even if it's just a special mention. Next up, a shout out to Daniel McCullers at 348 pounds. McCullers Sanders is a nose tackle player who currently works as a free agent. The Pittsburgh Steelers drafted this heavy player as their pick for the 6th round of the 2014 NFL drafts. Before that, McCullers also played college football for Tennessee. At 348 pounds, he's a very heavy player for NFL today and deserves to be mentioned here. Finally, it's time for our number 1, Aaron Gibson at 410 pounds. There was a time when linemen weren't visualized as giants. The standard body build was just very fit because football didn't pay as well, and these people needed to have jobs on the side. All of that changed when college football came into the scene and games and tournaments became insanely popular. This was when we started seeing some really big players in the scene, and Aaron Gibson was one of them. Gibson's the topmost heavy player on our list. He played college football in Wisconsin and was also placed on the All-American list. He was drafted for 27th place by the Detroit Lions in 1999. Unfortunately for this offensive lineman, he failed in the NFL. The Giant was only able to play 34 matches before making his switch to the Arena Football League. Still, when he played for teams like the Cowboys, the Giant weighed a whopping 410 pounds, earning him the number 1 spot on our list. That's a wrap on this video. Who's your favorite NFL player from the list? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.